The change that we have seen is amazing.
We've had a lot of people return to our community that used to live here at one time, and they can't believe the change.
It helps us sell our community as being an interesting and fun place for families to live.
The need for this project became pretty apparent.
It does have a real impact on the economy.
There will be many businesses that would be interested in coming in this direction.
It's important to share the success stories in Northwestern Ontario from our economic development practitioners and members of NODN. Here are a few examples of those.
The project was designed to encourage business growth in our downtown. It was supposed to help our struggling current businesses as well as attract new businesses and new visitors.
Terrace Bay is a forestry-based community. Forestry, of course, got hit by that, what they called a perfect storm, so the need for this project became pretty apparent.
The project involved three main stages, the first one being the renovation of Simcoe Plaza. The second stage was the centerpiece of the project, the construction of the 50-foot lighthouse attraction. And the third part of the project was the marketing signage.
They're always keeping me updated on the progress, what's coming up next. It's been positive from start to finish.
In the first 30 days, we've had 6,000 visitors to our lighthouse. We've had 8 new full-time jobs created. We've had 6 new part-time jobs created. We've had 1 new business start up. We've had 1 business expand.
This is the first time that I've hired so many staff at my restaurant. Like I say, we've doubled the floor staff.
People themselves were very supportive of the project because they've been able to take a lot of pride in their community now.
We've sold a lot of shirts, not just me.
We went through a process in the course of 2 months through shutdowns and fires, and we lost the entire industrial base for our area. People began to realize that what we have is not going to last forever. We need to be looking at something different.
So the planning started in about 1999, and the complete plan was done by 2001.
We want to fix up our downtown. We want to fix up our sidewalks. We want to fix up our streetscapes. You bring in something like this Paddle to the Sea Park, which gives a vision, and you use that to give a whole facelift to the community.
It's one of the biggest projects that Nipigon has ever had.
When travelers come to visit the park, they pass through town and they can see the downtown businesses and everything that Nipigon has to offer. Local people have opened businesses to take advantage of this kind of traffic. So we've had 2 businesses open in the downtown and another business opening just outside of the downtown area since the park's been built.
People have written us from all over the world to tell us how they're interested in our park. Once we get some signs on the highway, we're going to fly here.
I think it's all part of the fact that we had a vision that a small number of people had. They brought forward, the whole community grabbed hold of it. There was a really good plan in place.
Well, Atikokan has seen many challenges, probably beginning with the closure of the 2 iron ore mines that put over 1,200 people out of work. The tourism sector has been heavily threatened by a number of border issues and passport issues and economic issues.
In the beginning, there was a bunch of groups. The site that existed since the early 60s has been used for a number of different events. With a little bit of work, this could be a benefit to the town in terms of economic and tourism stuff. There's motocross races, there's a mud fling event, mountain biking, horse riding, snowmobile club. The events could be bigger, there could be more events if we just had a little bit more infrastructure.
Well, the town of Atikokan's role has been multifaceted. I guess initially they were very instrumental in bringing together all of the partners, coming up with a plan.
They supported and actually applied for the funding, and the funding all came from NOHFC.
Clearly this project would not have gone ahead without that NOHFC contribution.
We had a grand opening early August of 2010 that focused around the mud fling and the motocross race that weekend.
Clearly the estimate of 2,000 people there is not overestimating, and 50% of those people are from out of Atikokan. So if you think about it, that's probably $20,000 minimum, the direct impact of that one event.
The township of Oliver, previous to this first industrial subdivision that they worked on, did not have an industrial commercial tax base. In 2003, we purchased another 40 acres, and we are now working on the expansion of that industrial subdivision. The initial purchase of lots was mainly by local companies.
I started in 2003. We purchased an empty lot in the Rupin Industrial Park. We make tongue and groove paneling, flooring, depending on the grade of wood.
We have had people that have purchased land in the industrial park, set up a business, and have now moved their families into the municipality as well, so that's a bonus for us.
We started out with 3 employees. By the time we get entered into the bush, we'll have 7 employees.
We are planning to have 2 lots available within 2 months for sale on our expansion for the industrial subdivision. I don't like to look at things and say that can't happen. It may not always work out, but we can't stop trying, and I think that's the only way you're going to see economic development in our municipalities.
I'd like to thank the Northwestern Ontario Development Network Board, our members, as key contributors to any and all projects that NODN partakes in.